Cancer sucks. Today we're going to talk about ways that you can make chemo fun. Fun? Fun? We are going to talk about ways that you can make chemo fun. Do not let this get the best of you. Do not let chemo bring you down. Make it part of your positive experience. I called my chemo liquid sunshine. It was such a positive day for me whenever I would go into an infusion and I would set myself in this positive mindset. I would play my favorite song before I would go into any of the chemos, any of the infusion treatments. I would actually have the nurses play my favorite song, even for the other patients. And it was like an inspirational time. My song, obviously, was Rachel Platt and Fight Song. So I would play it all the time. And the other thing that I did to kind of make my experience fun, for me at least, was every single time that I had an infusion, I would make sure and wear a pretty dress. Something that was bright, something that was colorful, something that made me feel pretty, something that actually made me feel like I was, not going through a terrible experience. I was putting my best foot forward. And, I always had my little sweatshirts or jackets or whatever, and blankets to, keep myself warm. But underneath it all, I was feeling pretty. The other thing in terms of actually what to wear to chemo, just as a random aside, they are going to access that port. They obviously need to run the chemicals through that port so that, because it's major medical drugs going into your body, they have that port installed so that it doesn't break down your veins or really harm your veins. So this is obviously much easier on your body. So they are going to need to access your port. So always just make sure that you have something. Obviously this is not something. Make sure that you have something that kind of leaves this opened and exposed so that they can actually get to it. But everything that I wore was a pretty dress. And that may sound silly to a lot of people, but it was a way that I could go in there feeling good and feeling positive. And I always had on my Adidas sneakers because I had